What's up guys, Noelle here. I honestly don't remember the last time I uploaded. I think it was that week in life of a college student, however long ago that was. I really don't freaking know. But today's video, I am going to be talking about my experience with wisdom teeth removal. Now it's been a little while since I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Not that long, but like it wasn't that recent. It's December 11th, the day that I'm filming this. I got my wisdom teeth out on October 8th and it was the worst dental related anything I've ever had to do, and I had braces for a year and a half, so yeah, wisdom teeth is worse than braces. Literally the only thing that got me through it is the fact that I will never have to get my wisdom teeth taken out ever again. I mean, now that they're gone forever, but I thought I'd share with you guys what my experience was like, because we like that stuff on YouTube, right? Do we? Like, actually tell me. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed. They were all impacted and they had to be surgically removed because they had not actually erupted yet. So they had to cut into my gum and drill a hole into my jawbone and get those teeth out. Let me just say, it took a whole lot of convincing from several doctors and dentists to get my wisdom teeth out. Like, I mean, I had my like regular dentist telling me like, you need to get those out because they're impacted. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I feel like since they're not causing me any pain, because they weren't, they never caused me pain at all. Like, I never even noticed them. I didn't think about them. So I was like, there's no way I need to get this out. And then finally, I was referred to an oral surgeon, and I went to a different oral surgeon, the one that I was not referred to, for reasons I don't feel like getting into today. But basically they did my x-ray, and the doctor said, yeah, your wisdom teeth are all impacted, and if they stay there too much longer, they can start causing damage to the next door teeth, and that can lead to having to have other procedures done in the future. And that was finally what tipped the scale for me. I was like, okay, fine, just get them out. So yeah, I set up the appointment, and I did have to miss school a little bit for it. It was on a Friday. I was only missing like 1 lab though, so it was not that big a deal. It was a lab I was doing well in, so it wasn't like it was terrible if I missed it. So yeah, I just like drove home because I didn't want to have it done like in the city where I go to college. So I just drove home on Thursday night, had the surgery Friday morning, and just stayed home the whole weekend and went back to school on that. I think I went back on Sunday night actually. But yeah, I just missed 1 lab for it. It wasn't bad. So on to the actual procedure. So I have pretty decent memory of everything at the beginning of the thing. I remember checking into the place and like, you know, being brought back there. I remember all that up until the IV was put in me, and I guess they put the anesthesia in right away because I remember nothing else after that IV went in. I think the surgeon like asked me like, how do you feel, or like, do you feel, I don't even know, like he asked me some kind of question. I'm just like, yeah, we're good here, and then like that's it. And then I have very broken memories of the whole post-op experience. Like I don't remember waking up. I kind of remember being in a room and I was back in my normal clothes. They had me put on a hospital gown for the procedure, but like I remember being in a room back in my normal clothes after that, and I don't really know how that happened. I don't have any memory of changing back into those clothes, but then I remember the drive home, but apparently I was taken to the car in a wheelchair. I don't remember that. I don't remember ever being taken out to the car. I just remember the drive home and then going into the house and then going to bed. Apparently I did not say anything wildly stupid. I do remember I got in the car, I like had my glasses on and I was looking like a wreck. I had gauze in my mouth, it was all bloody, and I put the mirror down, the visor thing with the mirror, and I was like, how do I look right now? And I was like, oh, I look banging right now. And that cracked my dad up. I think that was like half anesthesia drunk me saying that, and the other half like actually, it was a sarcastic comment, but it was like almost under the influence, but not totally. So apparently all of my wisdom teeth were relatively easy to remove. Like they didn't have much of a hard time removing all of them. The top ones didn't even need stitches. The bottom ones did. One was positioned weirdly. I think I know which one it was. I think it was the right side because it hurt for longer. It was like positioned weirdly and they had to like, I don't know, it was just a little bit harder for them to get, but overall, they didn't have much trouble with it. Apparently the procedure was like 20 minutes. But yeah, I've had surgery before. I had a short procedure done when I was 16, and I do remember all of pre-op up until like the anesthesia was put in me. Like I remember even being wheeled into the OR and like the doctors standing over me talking, and then I was out. And then I remember waking up in the recovery room and being like, I guess they did it. I guess they did the surgery. But like, it was so weird. Like that surgery I had when I was 16, like it didn't feel like I was high. I was a little groggy. But like that wisdom teeth surgery, I don't know what they freaking put in that crap, but it was, it was wild. So I was put on some prescription pain meds and antibiotics. It was amoxicillin, and they also gave me anti-nausea meds, I guess because like the anesthesia can make you nauseous. I didn't end up needing the anti-nausea meds. I felt okay, just groggy as heck, but yeah, I did need the pain meds, and I did take the antibiotics. They just didn't want any infections to arise, I guess, from cutting into my mouth, you know? So the pain on the first day, like the day of the surgery, like after it happened, the pain was awful because I couldn't take the pain meds right away. So like I couldn't really feel it like while the anesthesia was still in my system, because you know how anesthesia is. But like they had numbing shots in my mouth as well, which feel extremely wild. Like it's like I don't even know how to describe it. You have to like actually experience it to know. But my mom tried to get me to take the pain med before the anesthesia wore off, but like my tongue felt huge, and like I felt like I didn't know how to swallow. So like I tried to swallow, but it kept falling out of my mouth. I literally could not get that thing down. So I was like, screw this, wait till the numbing shots wear off. Big mistake. The numbing shots wore off, and it was absolute hell on earth. I ended up passing out because it was so painful. Like, I literally, my parents were trying to get me to eat something just to coat my stomach before taking the pain med for real. And I was like, I'm gonna pass out, and then I remember like slumping over and then going out. And then I woke up, I think 10 seconds later, and my parents were like kind of freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, should we call 911? And I'm like, did I pass out? But yeah, they were trying to feed me smoothie, but like I had just passed out. If you've ever passed out before, you know that you kind of feel sick as well. I wanted nothing more than to not eat anything, even a smoothie. So like my dad was trying to spoon feed me the smoothie, and I'm like, no. He's like, come on. And I'm like, oh, fine. And then I think I ate a few spoonfuls of the smoothie, and I took the pain med and went back to sleep. It was, oh man. So I took the prescription pain meds Friday, the day of the surgery, and then Saturday, the day after. They made me very, very tired. I mean, not like that badly, but like I pretty much just slept all of Friday and Saturday when I was on those prescription pain meds. So that was really fun. I guess I got to sleep through the pain. It didn't really get rid of all the pain. It was weird. I don't know. But anyways, by Sunday, I stopped the prescription pain meds and switched to just regular ibuprofen. One, because the pain was improving. I felt like I didn't need prescription pain meds anymore. I could stick it out with just NSAIDs, and I did. And also because I was driving back to school that day, 2-hour drive. Actually, it's really supposed to be 1 hour, but with traffic, it could be 2 hours from Orlando to Tampa. And I was like, yeah, I really shouldn't be on prescription pain meds for that, because if I get in a wreck, you know, I could actually get arrested for a DUI, because those were like the real, you know. So I switched to ibuprofen, and it was all good from there. So the stitching, like I mentioned, it was only on the bottom, it wasn't on the top, but that stuff dissolved after like literally 2 days. Like I looked inside my mouth. I was afraid to look inside my mouth the first day afterwards, but the second, or like the day of, but the day after, I looked and I could see the stitches. And then after like by Sunday or maybe Monday, the stitches were completely gone. Like they just did not exist anymore. I was like, I didn't expect that to happen so quickly, but you know, I guess. After wisdom teeth surgery, eating was so freaking hard. Like I normally love to eat, but like after that wisdom teeth surgery, like eating was the one thing I dreaded doing, because it was just awful. Like it hurt, my mouth still hurt from the wisdom teeth surgery, obviously. And also a symptom they did not warn me about was that your jaw muscle can actually become really tight, and it makes it really hard to open your mouth all the way, or even impossible. Like I could only open my mouth like this. I stuck to super soft foods, like stuff that you didn't have to chew, for a good 3 days after the surgery. After that, I stuck to just, not like necessarily like don't have to chew it, but like stuff that was super easy to chew. Like I was eating like things with rice, nothing that was crunchy. Like I couldn't dream of eating anything crunchy or like chewy or anything like that. It had to be like soft and easy to chew. But yeah, the pain in the, I wrote this down on a doc. It said in my left side, I guess it wasn't the right side. I thought it was the right side. It was the left. It lingered for longer than the right side. I think that was because this one was harder to take out than that one, but I was kind of panicked because I know I'd heard about dry socket and whatnot, and I was like, oh no, I don't have dry socket, do I? And apparently it's rare. I mean, it's more common with wisdom teeth surgery, but it's still pretty rare. But I'm like, of course I'd be the one person to get it, you know? I mean, I was trying to talk myself down off that ledge because the pain wasn't, I mean, like I read online that dry socket pain is excruciating. It wasn't excruciating. It was just a little sore, but like they were saying like, oh, the pain should only last like 3 days, and it had been well past 3 days and it was still lingering. I was like, what's going on? I ended up calling the office and being like, yo, this side of my mouth like still hurts. Is this normal? And like I basically explained that it wasn't excruciating, but it was still sore, but it had been well past 3 days. And she was like, yeah, I don't think it's dry socket. It doesn't sound like dry socket, but you know, just like monitor it, and like everybody heals on their own timetable. Like Google said like, oh, it should only be 3 days, but like everybody's different. Everybody's gonna take their time to heal from wisdom teeth surgery. But yeah, they wanted me to come in, but since I lived all the way in Tampa and they were all the way in Orlando, I was like, I can't really do that. But I did have a follow-up appointment scheduled for like the next Monday after, not the Monday immediately after the surgery, but the one after that. I had a follow-up scheduled so they could check and see how everything was going. So I was like, you know, we'll just do that. I didn't want to drive all the way back to Orlando again. But it took a full week for me to be able to eat normally again, like just eat all the stuff that I normally eat. And like I was still trying to avoid like the very back of my mouth, but that was really hard to do. And it took about 10 days for the pain to fully go away and to be able to open my mouth all the way again. Yeah, that was craziness. And yeah, I went to my follow-up and they looked at my mouth and they were like, yep, it healed nicely. It looked like we haven't even done anything. So, you know, I guess all's well that ends well, but still terrible experience. Honestly, wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I guess if you need to get them out, do it, but like, warning you, it sucks badly. So yeah, that was the story of my wisdom teeth removal. Sorry I didn't have a vlog, but honestly it wasn't that interesting. But if you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and turn on my post notifications and follow all my social medias linked in the description box below. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. So have a good day and adios.